Perfect. Right as my heating goes off.
That's always the way of it. So just to be sure, my counters are clear. Like that should be pretty obvious. I think what they are.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty cool. The only thing that just messes with me is that because they're like everybody's a shade of blue, so it's like I'm gonna be confused every once in a while just with how everything looks, but it's fine. I think it looks good to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully the different symbols will help differentiate us. I know the blues are pretty close.
Yeah, I love the fact that you put the zouaves as red.
Sure, I mean, come on.
I mean, you have to, yes, but I think it's really well done. I'm just gonna take off the perimeter stuff here. Actually, can I just do? Damn it! Perfect. There. I think we are good to go.
Do you need to nuke those two axes? I think they're set up hex rows for you.
Yeah, I can nuke them later. It's more just so that after my first move, like in case something happens or whatever.
All right, sounds good to me.
I mean, I guess technically, whatever. Just delete them.
No, I was just curious. I didn't know if they were going to serve another purpose or not. That's all.
I don't think so.
All right, so we got clear weather. It's dry. What's the EC +1 mod for?
So if you let's say you try to start a fire, which kindling is not applicable, so that option always exists. Essentially, there's very few conditions, very few things that will matter because we don't have support weapons. But if you try to start a fire, it's basically easier because the wood is drier and so on. Um, I'd say it'd be useful, but it's not really if there's no wind. So I mean, take it or leave it.
Yeah, I was just curious. All right. Let's see if the wind changes.
Big old nope.
It's not. Not deploying anybody. Nothing broken yet. Prep fire.
All right. Uh,
Yeah, I'm just pondering for a second. That's all.
yeah, sorry. I'm just there's one thing I forgot. So I I'm pretty sure these guys are out of LOS of all your units, and the same applies to these guys and these guys in the back. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because they should get concealment. So
Question. So, how are the guys in the back? That's at what I3 there. Those guys. How
yeah.
are they out of sight of my guys in the front?
So you can't see through the hedge. Like the way that it works is that you could see into the hex with the hedge, but you can't see past it. Like if you draw LOS from I3 to O2, which like technically I shouldn't be doing, but whatever. You just to give an example.
Yeah, no,
You
I.
can
It's all right. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
yeah. So you can just see like the line changes color because the hex. So
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and drop concealment on them. That's fine.
okay. Also,
Go ahead and check
if there's
the.
anybody I don't see, that's also applies to you as well. Um, I think these guys gain concealment, and I don't think I can see these guys.
Do you mind if we check the LOS from W4 out to your guys up on the edge of the board, just to be sure? I don't
But
mind.
yeah, yeah, sure.
If
The
you want
only
that.
the only reason I'm pretty confident that it's not the case is because the walls and then the building. But if you want to draw it, yeah, it's. I mean, technically, it should be free LOS checks anyways. I'm just gonna bring up the PDF for the Great War and just to double check while we do this.
Yeah, I think my guys are like I don't get concealment at all if anybody can see me basically. If I'm in, I think if I'm not in, if there's no hindrance at all, then you can see me.
Yeah, actually, that brings up a good point. These guys technically are not in concealment. These guys are. These guys on the bottom are out of LOS completely.
Yeah, when firing on French troops, the first hex of hindrance is ignored, if any, and I cannot remain concealed in enemy line of sight in open ground, no matter.
Oh, right, because of the pants. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right, cool. I think that's it for my concealment gains. I don't think anybody else up top gets it. Or if they do, whatever, I'll probably lose it while moving anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be, they'll march up, and there's a lot of open ground up there. So,
Yeah, basically.
all right, sorry, back to prep fire here. O2 will fire on Q2.
Okay.
So that's 6.
6 up 1. 6 on 6.
1 MC.
Alright. Top, bottom. Top breaks, and second triggers sniper. No effects. That was 9, so 1 MC, so 10. Their morale is 7. My ELR is 3, so they're just fine.
Is there any residual on the hex? Or is that
Uh, no, because it residual technically is only ever left on a hex during the movement phase, and it wouldn't be during your own turn.
No, I was
Yep.
thinking that. I think N1's line of sight is blocked because of the hedge. Yeah. To the same hex, sorry.
So if you're trying to shoot to Q2, yeah, it'd be blocked.
Also, similarly the other way to those guys.
To which guys?
Sorry, over to J1 to the other group that's near them.
So the way that it works, if you want to look it up, it's B9.2. It says it basically explains like the LOS, how it works, blah blah blah. But if you trace LOS along a hedge, it does not. It doesn't block LOS. So technically, your guys in N1 can see J1.
Right. Yeah. Then we'll drop some prep fire.
Okay. It'll just be a 6 flat.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. PTC.
And pins.
That's it for prep fire.
Okay.
I'm looking something up, so if you could just give me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
This is either going to be utterly disastrous or it's going to be hilariously effective.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a middle ground.
Look, there's a reason it's only 5.5 turns.
Yes. So the rallying cry goes out from the farm: fix bayonets.
From the farm.
Yeah.
Okay. But those guys shot, though.
Doesn't matter.
You can't shoot and then move with units.
Attacker may declare a bayonet charge during his movement phase by selecting any good order infantry unit.
Yeah, but you can't. There's no.
restriction.
It used assault in terms of rules. In terms of rules, it is quite similar to Human Wave, that is resumed hereafter. Attacker may declare.
Are they free to move?
Well, so the answer would be no, because the the act of taking a shot basically takes up their ability to move.
Yeah, so that's what's kind of weird.
Like
Because it actually
I don't expect it to be mentioned there because it's just like it's an added rule, so they're not going to
well,
have
see,
all
that's the
the.
thing. They say that the other rules in 25.231 through 235 apply. So those two paragraphs are actually replacing 25.23, which is the bit that says they can't do it if they've fired.
Hmm.
So this is probably something I should not have sprung on you, and I apologize. So I'll go with your interpretation if you want.
I guess I'd just be curious as to understand why you could shoot and move in the same turn, I guess.
They're literally firing and then fixing their plug bayonets and charging over the hedge. But yeah, okay. Now we'll let them sit until next turn. So that will be amusing. All right, movement phase then.
Okay.
Let's see. So I think the way I have to do this is basically each platoon has to move, and I have to move all of the units that are moving for a particular impulse, and then give you a chance to do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, so essentially what you do is you move everybody as a group, and then so they all move a hex or however whatever they want to do. and they all pay the same amount. So if a unit is moving into the woods and it costs two, everybody has to pay two, even if they're only moving a hex in open ground, which would normally be one.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we're clear on that.
Yep.
And I think these are orchards, right? They're not olive groves, or whatever they were the last one.
Yeah, those are strictly orchards.
So that's two.
Okay.
Further two.
I'm gonna have the not broken squad in O2 Q2 is gonna shoot at U1. The range is good, no crazy stuff. So 4 down 2. It's a 3 on 4.
2 MC.
Yep. These guys are first fired.
What? The leader movement? Is it 2 extra?
Yes, leader should confer effectively 6 movement factors overall. I guess technically I need to leave 2 residual.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and the platoon behind them will fix bayonets and charge.
Okay.
So they now have 8 movement factors, and they're still in platoon formation, so they're going to eat up movement form factors as they go. I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, they should. Well, so everybody who's part of the charge just automatically gets the movement factors, unless the rules in the Great War PDF state otherwise. They should all get the movement bonus.
Yeah, no, they follow those rules. So I got to move them by impulses. So you do get to fire at them as they come over, but
Yeah.
they're basically all going to be moving. So that's 2.
Uh, hmm. Okay, I'm going to have Q3 is going to shoot at U3. That's range 4. It's only 4 firepower, leader directed, nothing. But I will leave 2 residual there. And first fired.
Okay. Do you have anybody else? Oh, that doesn't matter. I've just screwed myself. Oh well, it'll be fun. So that's 2.
Okay.
And 2, and I believe you get a bonus to that attack because they're overstacked.
So how it works is that it's just a flat to attack. Uh, I forget if there's. I'm pretty sure there's first fire non assault movement and stuff. Let me just double check here. Any applicable? Okay, yeah. Now, it doesn't say. It just says any applicable first fire movement, open ground, and non-assault movement. It doesn't seem to imply anything about overstacking, so I'm just gonna treat it as is for now. Not really worry about that. So it's gonna be a 2 down 2 shot for okay. Oh, um, there's your sniper again, and that's a on 2. That's a 1 KIA. So 1 unit dies random selection, which doesn't matter, and the other breaks automatically.
Oh, that was a sniper activation number. I rolled a 3, which
That's nothing.
no, it's got to be 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, they're good for that movement.
And I think I actually have to stop here because that's well. I think I can do that. That's about as far as I can go. That's exactly 8 movement factors for that guy.
Okay. As they get into R1, my guy adjacent to it, the non-broken guy, he's going to shoot again. So it's a 4 down 2 shot. Okay. Wire 2 on 4 is a K2. So random selection to see who's affected, and then they'll get casualty reduced, or I think for a leader they do wound check, and everybody else takes a 2 morale check.
All right, for random selection. So bottom unit
Yeah.
is what, casualty reduced?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to have to mark him because I didn't actually make the half squats.
Oh yeah, that's not a big deal.
So the fanatic guys are a half squat.
Okay.
And 2 morale check for everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, so they're human wave at the moment, so they get a +1 morale.
Okay.
So
Okay.
-1. So leader first.
It's fine.
Passes. As
Nice.
does the guy under him. I think that's enough carnage. I just want to say this scenario can actually end quite a bit earlier. Because of the way the victory conditions are worded, there is a potential if a bunch of my guys just die
Yeah.
that I cannot win.
Yeah.
Like it's just becomes mathematically impossible because you actually have a lot of victory points in terms of troops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little surprised the Germans get 18 squads. I would have thought they'd get like a little bit less.
Well, basically, I can't win this game. I'm just going to say that right off because I have to exit, I think, more than you have on the board. Yeah. So if I don't manage to kill anyone, then I have to exit all but 2 units.
The Zouaves are worth double.
Yes, that's counting the Zouaves as double.
That's
I have 43 victory points with them doubled, and you have 39 at start.
So that's so that's 8, 16, 18, 18, 19, 20, 44. That's how much offhand I think you have. I've got 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, 39. So 44 to 39.
Yeah, and that's assuming I get the Zouaves off.
Yeah, true.
If I don't, like, if the Zouaves die, for example, then I don't. It's like mathematically impossible. I can't defeat you unless I really blow you guys to pieces.
That could still happen.
Yeah, no, I mean it could, but given the nature of the terrain and the fact that things are going to just, you know, we'll see. It's all
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I wanted to try the bayonet charges, so you know.
Can't blame you.
Well, I mean it's early French. This is what they did.
Fair.
But both the result we just saw is what they got historically. They got mowed down in thousands. So I'm sorry. I believe
No, no worries.
so. Fire.
Defensive fire. Um, the the only shot I only have one shot, which kind of sucks. Uh, J1 is gonna shoot at N1. It's a one up or a two up one shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, two up one. No. And that is it for final fires. Oops. Offensive there. Advancing fire phase.
So what do we think that half squad drops down to?
Um, the half squad, the 347. It's in the PDF. Hold on. A French. That's what first line 347. They drop down to a 137.
Okay, so R1 will fire at Q2.
Okay.
So that's 4.
So it'd be um 2, 6, 8, 4 up one.
And the offensive direct.
Yep.
Nothing. P0 will similarly fire.
Okay.
So that's going to be 2 up 2, 2 up 1.
1 up one. Halved. So it's
Half is 3, isn't it?
they're not adjacent. You only get doubled if it's adjacent.
Firing from.
Oh,
35.
sorry. It's also two squads. So it's 2 up one. Sorry.
That's a normal morale check.
They cower as well, but it's not twice. So it's PTC. Contest check. Top squad's fine. The broken squad isn't rolling for pin.
Why? See? Oh, 2, 2, 2. Never mind. Sorry, I was looking at 3, the full column.
Yeah. So the bottom squad isn't rolling for pin, just rolling for sniper. So he's no sniper activation.
And U2 will fire at Q3, leader direction.
Okay.
So that's 2, also up 2.
2 up 1.
Nothing, but the leader prevents him from cowering. U3 will also fire at Q3. It's 6 halved, so 2 up 2.
Okay. 2 up 1.
2 up 2 because they're overstacked currently.
In U3,
Yes, there is a third squad in U3, a broken squad.
but the limit should be 3 squads.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. All right, 2 up 1. Nothing. Now comes the fun. So U3 is going to route to V3, I believe.
Okay.
And U1 is going to route to, I don't know whether to call it, it's the VL forest right behind him.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Q2 routes up to Q3 and stops there.
I think that's it for everybody, yeah?
Yep. Take the fires off. Excuse me.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. All right. Ambush. Because they advance into a forest. What's the modifiers here? I don't think there's enough modifiers.
Yeah, I mean nobody's a Gurkha or anything like that, right?
No. Nobody's stunned. Nobody's. Pretty sure my guys aren't considered stealthy. So yeah, I think that's. It's just a straight up fight.
No assault engineers or anything funky like that.
Yeah. So that guy's a half squad. So you're fighting at 5 to 4, and I can either choose between the half squad or the full squad.
So I'm effectively at 1-to-1 because 5-4 doesn't help.
Yeah, you're at 1 to 1, and I think I'll go against the half squad, so I'll bet a 4-1.
All right.
Nothing.
Half squad's dead. And we devolve into a melee.
Yay!
So now those guys can't do anything forever. Well, or until they die, anyways. Alright, Axis turn 1, weather. Almost got gusts. Take the pin off. Rally. I'm going to try and rally my guy in Q3. That is a big ol' nope. And I can't take the DM off because there's enemy units adjacent.
Okay, I don't think I can actually rally anybody. So I can only just
No. Yeah.
But I guess I will just take off the DMs.
Prep fire. I mean, if you're gonna give me a juicy target, Q3 is gonna shoot at P1. It's just a flat 4. 7-on-4, which is not even a. Oh, it's a Pentash check. Cool.
Top to bottom.
Okay. Both pass. No other fire possible. Movement. Now, these guys have to. I'm not sure if they have to individually make a normal task check or it's a group.
They're out of command. Must
Yeah.
pass any unit that is not in command must pass an NTC to move during any movement phase other than route phase or to fire during prep fire.
So every last one of them has to do a task check. Okay. Inside blah. Do I have a. I have a +1. Okay. J1 is going to attempt to move. Task check. They don't. So I'm just going to mark them as a pin. I2, same thing. They don't make it either. And then I3, they pass. So they're going to go. I can get there. J2 for 1. Is it every hex or
Movement?
yeah? Do I have to make a task check every hex? It's movement because normal squad blah blah.
If the NTC is passed, the unit acts normally for the remainder of that player's turn.
Gotcha. Cool. They will. They will continue into K3 for 2.
Can I see you? The 2 hex sides there.
So, that guy has to drop it because this guy should be Elysian.
And we'll fire on him. So,
Okay.
6.
It's a +4. So it's +4, but it's not assault movement. And I believe I also get the open ground penalty, so +2.
Are you counting the leader in there? Because leader's directing.
Oh, so +1.
So 6 so +1. So 4. That's 2 MC.
Break.
And my sniper.
Yeah, but it doesn't activate. Up top, I'm going to start moving. It is going to be this guy. I'm just going to unconceal. Same thing with this. So 1. Oops. There you go. 3. 4. And then 6. And lastly, down here, might as well just drop concealment because I'm pretty sure they'll get spotted eventually. So 1. 2. 3. 4. And 6.
All right.
And that's it for moves.
Guavs in P1 will defensive fire on Q3.
Okay.
So 6 up 1. Pentast check.
Leader pins. Broken squad can't pin again. There.
T2 also fires at Q3.
Okay.
So similarly 6 up 1. Eight is another PTC.
They are all considered pinned now.
And last T1 will also fire.
Okay.
Nice. Yep, so same deal. Ooh, 4, which is 2 MC.
Just gonna put leader up because he should be first anyways. Morale check, morale check, morale check. So leader breaks, squad's fine, and the broken squad is also fine. Put that there. The squad's gonna take a pin test check because the leader broke. Actually, I think that has to be lower morale. Higher morale than okay, yeah, perfect. So whatever, it didn't have to, but doesn't change anything.
All right. I believe that's it for my defensive fire.
Okay. Advancing fire, I have nobody that can shoot or that would be worthwhile. Route phase. I'm gonna take these pins off these guys because they're not actually pinned. I have to go to. I have a choice of 3 hexes, so he's gonna go into J2 and then into J1, then continue into J0 for 5. Yeah. Over in this hex, can they route?
You could route toward the top of the map, right?
Uh, I can technically attempt to route. So the nearest eligible location is O5 and N4. Yeah. And I can't. These guys can't surrender because the only adjacent is melee. I'm pretty sure you can't surrender to that. Um, I can't run them both separately, so they're going to go as a stack. So they're going to go into P3. They get interdicted by these guys. So they're each going to take a, I think it's just a straight morale check for interdiction. Just going to see if there's any modifiers.
I'll look it up.
Normal, subject to NMC. Yeah, so there's no modifiers, just a straight up NMC. So leader and squad. The squad will, if they equal. Blah, interdiction. Oh, does it not mention if the leader falls?
You succeeded on both of them, didn't you?
So, interdiction is the one sequence in which a broken unit can pin, and I believe that is also subject to pinning to the extent that if pinned. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I believe the leader can continue routing because I don't see anything that says that he has to stop as well. I know there's a thing that says that if 2 units attempt to route, or yeah, I think if you route as a group, you have to, like, you can't just send one unit and then that unit does whatever. They have to go as a group. I think the leader can continue going, but I'll have to try to make a note for next time or whatever. So the broken squad is pinned, so they actually have to stay there. But the leader can continue, and I'll have him go into O5.
Okay.
Do I have any other routes? No. That's it for routes. Advance phase. Just gonna take off my preps. Take off your def. Everybody's gonna advance 1. over here. We'll have this group go there. Actually, no, never mind. Because I think they'll be out of command. Over on this side, it's going to be. How do I want to do this? It's just a wall. Leader, squad. There. And lastly, these guys will each move 1 hex to the southwest. As we look at it. And that's it for advances. CC phase, we get the melee that's ongoing. Now it's just straight up one.
Whoa. Stop. Back up. Those guys have to pass a task check to move.
As an advance?
Not in command must pass an NTC to move during any movement phase other than route phase. I mean, is advanced phase considered a movement phase?
Destroy, broken, multi-heavy stack. Squad isolated, if squad becomes free squad, yada yada. During a movement phase. No, so it's referring specifically to the movement phase.
No, it says any movement phase other than route. So,
however, in order to move during a movement phase, a free squad must pass an NTC. Where does it say the route?
I'm looking at the Great War rules.
Yeah.
One
on page
3.2, no leader penalty on page 2. If no leader is present, the unit is considered out of command. Any unit that is not in command must pass an NTC to move during any movement phase other than route phase, or to fire during prep fire or defensive fire, with the exception of if somebody's adjacent.
Huh. Because that's like incongruous with how it's how it's written in 1.4.13. That's fine. Whatever. We'll come back, but
No. I mean, it's all right. We'll let's see.
Because like that would be something I would point out to the guy who wrote this, is like that he needs to tighten that up, because yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, the question is advanced phase considered a movement phase? It's not the movement phase, right?
So that's why the way that it's written in 1.4.13 makes me believe that it's just during the movement phases, which is why it's weird to see it written as a movement phase other than route. But like the reason you call it a movement phase is because it's specific to the movement phase.
Okay. Reading along a little further, specifically in 1.1.4 or 1.4.14, the next thing, the second paragraph there. I think that the status that they're talking about here for non-platoon movement is called free, and that is different from out of command. As it is noted that you can be free and in command.
That doesn't state basic sequence of play.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Be advance. It's cool. They can see their troops advancing on either side of them, so they're good. They can move forward. But yeah, it's a little bit. It needs tightening up what phases it actually applies to.
I think I think that for all the other stuff, like we'll just play it as that understanding, and then if anything, we can give feedback on how it's written to the guy, and just be like, please, like for future reference, as an errata or whatever, could you please answer the following question?
You're gonna be those guys.
Yeah, sure. I mean, look, if this guy's got two scenarios and he's trying to like playtest this or whatever, then you might as well give him some food for
his,
thought.
his victory points need some tweaking, I think.
Yeah, probably will. I mean, we'll see the more we play, but yeah, probably. Um,
So yeah, if you can task check them again if you want, to try and move.
uh,
So that is the way that we decided to do it. So if you try to move, you need to pass an NTC. But once you pass it, you can act normally for that turn.
yeah, I don't know. We'll just play it as they can't whatever. It's not that big a deal. Um,
Okay, you just let it turn. That's fine.
so for the melee, it's a straight 1-to-1 on both sides. So I think we both need a 7 or less. No, the melee shall continue. And that's it for German turn 1.
Ooh. So I get one free, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's also where I replace DMs.
Well, so technically you wouldn't take them off if you wanted them to have them,
Okay, yeah, no worries.
but
All right, I'm gonna try and rally V3.
okay.
And no. And I think that's it. So over to you.
My only option is my O5 guy. Absolutely not.
Oh, almost forgot. No change in the weather.
Hey.
Prep fire. T1 will fire at Q3.
Okay.
Leader directed. I think it's 6 up 1.
Yep.
Nothing. And that's it for prep fire.
Okay. I'm going to attempt a shot.
Okay.
We'll see if this actually lines up. Damn it. Shot, nothing anyways. First fire. Yeah, I will take a shot with Q3. It's 8 down 2. It is 4 on 8. 2 MC.
Bottom.
Are they? Did I miss like a bayonet charge or something? Because they can't. You can't move into enemy hex. Or is that a Great War thing?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have U3 is going to shoot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there's one that doesn't count for the pants, and then non-assault movement, which is another 1. So it's was that a range 5 or 4? 4. So that's 4 up 3, I think. No, and they cower.
Two.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Uh,
4.
they will stop there. Squad in S7 is going to shoot. That's a 2 down 2 shot. No. But they will leave 1 residual. Oh, I'm going to put that
I
below.
have a question.
Yep.
Is O1 rough or forest?
This 01?
Yes.
That is, it's not brush, it's, God, I always forget. On, like, the physical boards, they always look wrong. They're marsh, I think? Yeah, they're marsh.
All right, trying to pick up those guys. And go ahead and make your attack.
I doubt there'll be anything to that, nope.
All right, so that's their movement.
Can I will attempt to shoot at those guys. R7 to U2. It's a good shot. It's half firepower. Up.
You know what? I'm sorry. Before you do all that stuff, would it change your mind if I assault moved?
No, I would still shoot.
Okay, then I will assault move.
Okay. So it's a +1. And it's a good thing I'm taking these shots now.
I think that's everybody.
Okay.
Blow me up! Blow me up!
I will have Q3 shoot at R2. So it's
you need to pass a check.
test check passes.
Okay.
So it's a doubled halved, so it's just a flat 2. Nope. He's final fired. I'm not sure if there's LOS, but I'll try anyways. S8 will shoot at V3. Check for LOS. Yep. Alright, that's good. Sweet. So that's a range 6, so it's a 4 up 1. Nope. And that's it. Advanced fire phase.
R2 will fire at Q3.
Okay.
So that's a
2 up 1.
2 up 1. Nothing. S1. Can I fire over my guys or no?
Yeah, there's no issue with shooting through or over your guys or whatever. I'm gonna actually take
One will
off
fire
both
at
of them.
Q3.
Okay.
So that's 1.53. So 2 up 1.
Yeah.
PTC.
Test check. Barely pass.
Just gonna pour more fire on there. U2 will also fire at Q3.
Okay.
So similarly a 2 up 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And finally, 35N0 will fire at Q3 as well.
Okay.
That is a 2 flat.
Okay.
For the leader direction. Nothing. Huh. R2 is going to have some interesting trouble.
For routes, yeah.
Because I think, what is it?
Do I have to?
N1, T1, whatever that is.
I think I might actually have to take him prisoner.
Face with the friendly unit.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I know how stupid it sounds, because it's just like you suddenly see a bunch of people like walking over to enemy units. But I just want to double check here. Any broken unit which is both adjacent to a known enemy good order unit and unable to route away from it, or only able to route while being subject to interdiction or resorting to low crawl, will surrender to that enemy unit as its prisoner instead. Stack of running units, yada yada. It's funny because this, like, if this actually goes the way I think it's supposed to, it would kind of benefit you in a messed up way. I'm just trying to see if there's any QA, and I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think there's a QA for it. So, A20, the way I read it, says that, or seems to indicate to me that they would have to surrender. So, the broken squad becomes prisoners. I'm going to take them because I, I'm not going to commit atrocities for these Germans, anyways. And then I can deploy my unit technically, but what do I deploy to? Because if I deploy to like shitty units, I'm not gonna do that. Half squad's at 227. Nah. Okay, so let's get these prisoners out here. Infantry prisoners there. So those guys are prisoners. Oh, there is a counter for no quarter. Cool. Alright, so they're now prisoners. I'm guarding them, and this makes me worse at melee. Or CC, but either way.
When do advanced fire markers clear?
They're supposed to. They should have come off. Sorry. It's they follow the color of the counter.
Okay, so
My routes. This guy has to route. He's going to go into 05. I'm just trying to see if anybody can interdict him into 04, and I don't think so. Yeah, and do I have a good spot for him? Guy in X0 is going to route towards L0. So 1, 3. And then he's going to continue his route south into V1 for 5.
okay.
And that's it for me.
So next phase, yeah.
Yep, advances.
Yay.
Oh, we went into. Okay.
So he's now in close combat. I think it's all one big furball now.
Yeah,
quickly?
anybody who adds, they don't you don't change the order of the melee or anything. They're just considered new entrants into it.
Man, these guys will back. I believe that's it for my advanced phase.
Okay.
Now comes the fun.
Huh? It doesn't actually say anywhere that weird.
About what?
I would have thought that there'd be something like a specific spot that it says reinforcing, but I guess I need to. Yeah, okay. So it's just in, for some odd reason, it's the only mention is in the ambush, which makes sense, but I kind of expected like a little blur to say like, oh yeah, units can advance into a melee, an ongoing melee, and it doesn't cause any issues or whatever.
Yeah, the rule I saw was that they're just treated as being in CC. So that's why I was kind of asking if CC is different from melee. I think it's not.
No, so I think basically, uh, side of the ambush until melee, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, because I think the understanding is it's still CC. It's just um, the melee portion of CC.
Do leaders have inherent firepower?
Yes, they have one, which is why I was saying I was at a 1-to-1. Technically, it would have been 1-to-1 anyways at a 4-to-3, but yeah, leaders fight and defend at 1.
No, I'm just curious.
It's also if I choose to attack your leader, which is valid, I can't attack him alone unless the leader itself attacks alone, which like never happens because nobody ever declares that. Um, so if I was to say I want to attack your leader, you would then choose. You'd have to like choose what squad he would be paired with. It doesn't matter for this scenario just because you have two exactly the same squads, but for other stuff, yeah, it comes into play.
Yeah, we'd have to. Yeah. All right, so I'm 7-on-4, so that's 3-2 for me.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna fight whatever squad that's with your leader for 1-to-1.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, bloodbath.
So did the leader die as well?
Yes. Yeah, because it was under the kill number. So my guy goes away. He's dead here.
You know the casualties bin counts up victory points, right?
I know, but I prefer seeing like when exactly all my guys died and whatnot. It's also a little annoying because the casualty bin, like, you can toss units in there, but if you don't, it doesn't help with scorekeeping all that much sometimes. If you like modify stuff while they're in the casualty bin, it doesn't reflect it. You can change the CVP values on units, so I just don't bother.
Okay, no, I'm just curious. Alrighty then. Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was surprised. I was honestly expecting you'd send a squad into Q3.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it and then was like, nope.
But they're guarding prisoners.
Yeah, well, you know. All right, so that's it for CC.
New turn. Weather. Nope. Cool. Rally phase. My guy in V1 is going to try and self-rally. That is not successful. And keep his DM. And over at 05, leader first. He barely makes it. And then he's going to try and rally the broken squad, which does not work. And they will lose DM.
I don't have anybody, so.
Okay. Prep fire phase. These guys, Q3 is going to attempt task check. They pass. They're going to shoot into Q2. 8 up 1. That's a miss. How do I want to do this? It's technically woods. Squad in S7 is going to shoot into V3, which is a 2 up 1. It's going to miss, but it will put a DM on him.
Okay. Thank you.
And that's it. Move phase. Alright, let's get these out of the way. J1, task check, does not. I2, task check, he passes. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, and he has to end there. This group are going to move, so it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, sure. 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And then 6.
Those guys are going to be out of command.
If anybody's out of command, yeah, but they're if they're out of command, do they count as out of command if they can still see? They're still within the entire.
Yeah, because the leader only has a command radius of 1 hex.
Yeah, but they should still. They're not isolated, I don't believe. Either way, it doesn't matter if they end up not in command. I don't care. They're there. They can start rolling task checks.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I just wanted to make sure that, yeah, basically if they're more than 1 hex away from him, they're considered out of command, so.
Yep. And then up here, it's going to be 1, 1, 1. R7 into S8 is going to use it as bypass, so they're only paying 1. And then R8 is also 1. Then 2, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. 5, 5, and 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And that's it for move.
Q2 will fire Q3. So 6 up 1.
Okay.
Oof.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I have to pass the task check. They're out of command.
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter if
Yeah,
you're rolling
I'll
a
use
12.
that for the task check. That's all right, so they fail.
There.
This hex, since it's on the half the board there, will fire at Q3.
Okay.
So 6 up 1.
Ooh. 6 on 6, 1
MC.
MC. Breaks.
What happens to the prisoners?
They're still considered prisoners, but they can try to escape in the CC phase, I think. There's a specific phase where they get to run away. Yeah, escape unless it immediately exists in the location. Not the case. Prisoners must pass a normal task check before they can attack their guard. This attack can only occur during the CC phase and only if the guard is broken.
All right, well, we get to go to that fun thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So does that happen in my phase or yours?
It'll be the CC phase. Doesn't matter whose it belongs to.
I think that's it for defensive fire.
Okay. Advancing fire. Technically, I can do a fire group. Yeah, let's try something like really dumb. I'm just gonna have everybody shoot at V3. This entire group up here.
Okay.
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So
Guys in the back
1, 2, 8. So 8 firepower up 1 leader directed. No. Dang. I'm just gonna put an advanced fire in the middle.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's my only shot. Road phase. Take the prep fires off. Take defensive fire off. The only place I can route to. Oh, I have to. Yeah, I won't be able to route towards there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can route Q4 P4, can't you?
So I can route to. I think I can route to R3. I'm just gonna double check the if good order is the limitation. Morale? Is it morale? Yeah. Must route away or be eliminated. Otherwise, working at the only routes. Blah blah. Direction. Your routing unit may never route toward a known armed enemy unit, even if that unit is broken and disrupted. Okay, so the guys in Q3 have to are going to have to run away, and the closest one would have to be 05. Now, if I route to Q4, yeah, okay. So NO sees them, so they're gonna go through a morale check. They will casualty reduce. Now, the one thing I'm curious about, and I'm just gonna check this real quick, is do the prisoners have to follow a broken unit? I'm not sure that's the case. Movement, all prisoners move it. Yada. Broken.
So what causes them to be abandoned?
Will not escape unless abandoned. Sure.
Well, I mean, it says a broken SMC or cavalry can do it, so.
I feel like abandon is a voluntary thing. Oh, guards abandon their prisoners only by choice per a 20.5. Okay. Yeah, so I can still. That's kind of seems a little weird, but alright. So they still. Shit. This may cause problems, but they are going to keep routing to 05. This is probably going to cause problems.
It'll be fine.
I mean, maybe not for me.
I mean, I've lost already, so it's not a big deal.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. There's still there's turns.
I've lost like 10 victories already. I don't think it's possible for me to actually pull out an official victory. I mean, I'm happy with what's going on. It's fun. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, victory-wise, we're off the board already.
Okay. Like I said, we'll see.
Yep.
Advanced phase. Alright, so L1 has to do task check. I don't
No,
believe
he already moved, right? So he's fine. He can advance. You don't have to roll again for him.
Alright.
Yeah, once they pass the task check, they're good for the rest of the turn.
J1, he's fine. Q5 does not. R5, he's fine. P6 will go to P5. Q7 will go to P6. Yeah, that should be fine. And then this stack is going to move in general in a southwesterly direction. Oh, this guy's only good positions there. And that's it for advances. CC phase. The only possible action is these guys, the prisoners have to roll a normal task check to see if they want to fight their prisoners. So they pass, so they will.
One.
prisoners. So escape. Even if the guard broken, prisoners must eliminate the guard before they can attack any other units in that location, unless they attack their guard and other units in the same location as part of the same CC attack. So you can either fight the guards alone, or you can fight everybody.
I think I'll fight the guards alone.
Okay. My leader is there, so I will have him attack the prisoners. I guess.
Okay, I get to attack first.
Yes. So I'll be on a 1-to-1, and you're on a 1-to-4. Or sorry, not a 1-to-4. You're on a 1-to-2 because those guys are casualty reduced.
Right. Let's see what we get.
Oh, that'll kill them. And they're casualty reduced. So they become a half squad. This guy dies. Now, when they escape, do they automatically?
Hold on, let's see.
Or are they still? Because I forget if they're still considered prisoners or not. They're just not actually captured. They're still counted for victory conditions. An escape prisoner does not count. One attacking unarmed friendly unit of equal or smaller size is rearmed immediately for each armed enemy unit it eliminated. So this guy becomes, so they become one of your half squads. Which then forces the broken unit to DM. I think they also lock into melee because technically that was the CC, and since it still exists, yeah, there we go.
I'll leave the prisoners tag on them so we know.
Sure. We'll just change it at the end to say ex-prisoners if they're successful.
Away, yes. Though they're very likely to be captured anyway, because they have to start making task checks to actually move.
Yeah, but they could still survive. Like if I don't kill them outright, it's still problematic.
Okay. My turn 3.
Yep.
So let's do the fun routing. V2. I think U2 is where he needs to route to.
He doesn't. You're rallying, not routing.
Right.
So he has to stay where he is.
Is the self rally 1 unit or 1 hex?
1 unit.
Then
And it always has to be the first.
Yeah, we'll try and rally one of the 2 broken units down in L0. And fail. Oh, almost forgot. No weather change. I feel like they need a separate phase for that. Just kick it off into its own little phase before everything else.
Well, that's where when someone finally makes like a proper client or a proper like game for this game, they'll just make it so that start of the turn, dice roll, they'll just automate these processes.
So, all right. I think that's it for my rally phase. I'm trying to think. I don't have anybody else. Nobody stacked the leader. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm 100% sure I can't rally in a melee. because they're
Yeah.
busy. So, um, yep, no, that's it.
You don't want to self rally the other guy down there?
I can't. Not my turn.
God, I always forget that. Sorry. Prep fire. No prep fire.
Okay.
Moving phase. If you will excuse me, I need to take a brief bio
Oh,
break.
sure.
All right. Sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. Let's start with Q2. Try and move him. See if he passes his task check. He does not. So he is where he is for the moment. That's one.
Um, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you know what? I'll shoot at him. It's going to be these three. So Y7, Y6, and X6. So X6 sees him. Perfect. Okay, so it's they're I think all long range. So so it's 6, up 1 for hindrance,
Nope.
and
Flat. You know,
uh,
him.
so there's I actually get 2 because, or at least I'm pretty sure that's how I've always calculated it, because Y6's LOS goes through the edge, and orchards provide a +1 hindrance to the entire hex. So because it touches the hex side for both, it gets +2.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So yeah, just
so
+1.
so in total, there'd be a +1 from the hindrance, and then open ground and non-assault movement is down 2. So it's just a 6 down 1. 7 on 6, which is a normal morale check. Yeah.
All right. Start with the leader. Succeeds.
I'll take 1 broken guy. And in case it matters, that was 6, 2, 1.
can't trigger snipers from that, right?
Well, it's your sniper, so you can't trigger your own.
Okay. So that was 1, 3. What is Z1? Fields?
Z1, grain. So it's 1.5.
Rounding up, I'm assuming.
No, it's a straight 1.5. You can do fractions for movement factors because if you were to cross like a giant wheat field, it it adds up. So
Yeah, can I bypass it?
technically yes. It just
Like, it
depends
just
on. It always depends on what hex side you're trying to bypass. But for
Can
for
I move a hex grain between Z1 and the?
Yeah, so how it basically works is like whenever you're bypassing, you're declaring specifically what hex you're entering, and then just that hex side. So it's fine on like for either of these hexes, it's fine to bypass because the terrain doesn't touch the hex side edge basically.
Okay, so
But
it's
it
1.
it essentially determines like range, so that's the only reason why you ever want to be specific.
So yes, I am going to move through that hex,
Okay.
bypassing. I'll put them there. Yeah, that work.
Yep. Yeah.
That's 1. It's 6 total to get to there.
Okay.
So then we get Schneike. So that's 2.
Okay.
3. 5.
Okay.
So for purposes of this, can I do this?
The purpose of what?
Actually, no, I can't because that's an extra point. I can move that guy out. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, I was thinking, like, can I sequence just for future reference? For example, if there are guys in clear hexes, can you like, caterpillar them along? So move one hex. Like if I had a say multiple platoons stacked up, so moving would be overstacking. You see where I'm going with that?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You can't because like if you mean caterpilling over multiple impulses, that's fine, but you can't caterpillar over in one
Yeah, I guess
impulse.
the question would be: is the movement considered simultaneous or sequenced?
Simultaneous
So in that case, then I could.
because you're always only moving one hex, right?
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is, assume these two guys are in platoon. We're moving an impulse.
Yeah.
and assuming that I had, say, 3 units in each stack and I was only moving one at a time. Do you see where
Yeah.
I'm going with that?
Hmm.
So would that be overstacking for each one, or would I be considered to be moving both units at the same time, so therefore no overstacking
No,
occurs?
there's no overstack.
All right, good to know. I think that's everybody.
Okay. Do I even have any defensive fire?
You could attack that poor dude sitting in V2 or V3.
I might actually.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Fire group with these two guys. Task check. I guess task check with both. Only one gets two up
You don't
one.
need a task check for them. They're in command.
I guess that's true. Well, 6 on 4 up one, so 7 on 4. I think it's just a task check. Yeah. Get my sniper. Get my sniper. No. It's a task check, so they're fine. And then S7 is going to make the same shot. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, long range. So 2 up 1.
Right,
No.
he does have to make a task check.
Yeah, right. Passes.
Passes, okay.
But no result, anyways. And that's it for shots. Advanced fire phase. Take off defensive, residual.
Yeah, no, none.
Okay.
So I think V3 routes to U2 through the orchard in V2.
Yeah, they can basically route to anywhere in here, no problem. Or at least it shouldn't be a problem.
Can I route them to the building in X1 there?
Yeah, that should be a valid thing because as long as they go into V2, W2, and then X1, that way they don't get into range on anybody. Yeah, it should be fine.
I think that's everybody. Does your DM guy have to do anything?
No, I think his days of routing into weird spots is over. I might actually, you know what? Can they see? I have to do this for determination. No. Okay, cool. So they are gonna route technically forward towards T0, but then they have to stop because they see an enemy unit and they can't get closer.
I think K1 gains concealment, don't they?
Even if they do, it'd be on my turn, so it's not gonna apply.
Okay.
And that's it for my routes.
Gonna see if Q2 can move. Yes. And that's it. The prisoners. I think they still have 1 strength, yeah, because they're disarmed or something.
So those guys are the prisoners come back as like a legitimate half squad now because they're still half squad. So whatever the value of your half squad is, which I was it 1 or 2? Let's check here. French 347. Yeah, so they're
137.
yeah. So they have 1 firepower. So they'll be attacking the stack as a whole. Or can they? No, yeah, they have to. I think they have to attack the stack as a whole. So it's 1 to 5 because the broken squad is defending, but I'm attacking at 1. So I'm at a 1 to 1, and you'd be at a 1 to 5. You can also attempt to, because fighting is not the only option. You can. Let me try to pull it
Try to
up here.
withdraw, but
Yeah,
trying to kill me.
risky, but
Now let's fight it out.
sounds good.
So you defended full strength, which is 4.
So it'll be 5. Well, okay, yeah. So if you're attacking the squad only, then because I think you can just target the squad. If you were to attack my leader, I believe it'd be both because he would be pairing with the squad.
Yeah, we're just going to attack the squad because otherwise I'm
Yeah.
going to drop to 1. So yeah, it's going to
Okay.
be pretty good. Nothing. Let's see if you kill me.
Yes.
1 to 1.
Yeah. Or is 6-8? Actually, it would be kill anyways, even if it was a CR. Yeah.
So when do we use the black numbers?
That's what we're using. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's
God
goddamn.
damn.
Oops. Yeah, so we both missed. Okay. This is the problem playing like 2 snares in a row that use red numbers. Alright, so melee continues there, and I think that's it for any sort of CC. God, that squad's gonna be broken forever.
Sorry, looking something up. 1 sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Does 11-16 apply?
11-16. Which 11.16?
Sorry, I think it's A11-16. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think it. Yeah, I think it does. What was your roll? 8. So you'd have a 6. So on the 1 to 4, you're still off, but yeah, you would get the -2 because you're against the broken unit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, specifically the next phase. Broken infantry and melee may not rout during the rout phase, but must attempt to withdraw from melee unless disrupted or guarding prisoners.
Oh, okay. If you wanna, if yeah, so since we'll just roll for that, I suppose. What's the roll for withdraw?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Withdrawing units may not make CC attacks. Withdrawal DRM is further modified by adding +1 DRM for every friendly unit in the melee, which is not attempting to withdraw. So I guess you get a +1 for the leader, unless it wants to withdraw as well.
No. If withdrawing is
yeah, it would defend as a combination of the two. I'm assuming you want to withdraw both of them.
well, so since we already rolled, we'll just do it for next time because I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm just I was wondering, what's the IPC?
Infantry portage or inherent portage capacity. So basically, like if you're carrying a machine gun, you could only, if you're withdrawing or whatever, you can only carry 3 for a full squad or 3 for a squad. Leader can carry 1, I think, and there's a couple other ones.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual. I don't know what the actual die roll is against.
So I think you're just making a straight die roll, counting it as like an attack. I currently pinned, may attempt to withdraw by not attention.
So yeah, you roll. Well, wait a minute. So if they're not eliminated, reduced, or captured, then they successfully withdraw.
Gotcha. So basically, the modifier is on your attack, and
No,
not.
I'd get a -2 +1 for the leader because that's a non-broken friendly unit.
If he's not attempting to withdraw.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'd want to defend it in combination, I'm guessing. So yeah, you would defend with your 4. So I'd still be at a 1 to 5. It would be a 1 to 5 at a -1.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Like very militant prisoners, with their red pants.
Think of the everybody. Look at, we got captured by these red pants wearing jerks.
All right, go ahead. It's your rally phase for your turn, I think.
Weather, no change. That's what I got. No change in hell. Self-rally attempt from this guy. Absolutely not. Almost killed him. DM's gonna come off. Do I have anything else? No. That's it for my rallies.
Some rallies over here. Is there an order I have to do these in, or I can just do them whenever?
For rallies, it doesn't matter the order. The only one that really matters is the self rally.
All right, so I'm just going to go top to bottom then. The last bottom guy is net +3. Oh, wait a minute. Let me back that up. So the leader, I'm attempting to rally them with the leader. Believe it or not, I haven't actually done this before. so do I use the leader's morale or the unit's morale? Or the...
So when it's always against the unit's morale, and you use the modifier from the leader.
So 7 or better necessary for the top guy. No. Yes.
Their DM, no?
No, I have 3 broken units in that hex with me.
Oh, because you have a DM counter on the bottom.
Yeah, DM counter on the last guy. That's the roll I'm just about to make. So he needs.
Oh.
He needs. I'm adding a 3.
Yes. So a 3 or less.
So fails, and the DM marker will come off of him.
So one guy gets to come back.
Do you mind if I just unbreak the top guy?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you had someone that was dare death, I would say something, but otherwise, no point.
Yeah, no, just normal dudes. We will leave the DM on the other guy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna keep running.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it for me.
Sweet. Prep fire. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have the 2 left squads are going to attack AA1. It's just a flat 4. 6 on 4 is a normal morale. Yeah. Right. Um, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That works. Sure. M1's gonna drop concealment. They're gonna make a task check. They will pass, and they will shoot into U1, and it's going to be just a flat 2. 5 on 2, normal morale check. They're both fine. Almost bagged me some Zouaves.
I think you've got a good shot at most of them, to be honest, but we'll see.
Eh. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's gonna try and shoot S7. He's gonna try to shoot into U1. I don't know. I don't think he has the. Just gonna mark on his pen. Or you know what? What's a counter I never use? There you go. Trip break. I don't even know if he'd have LOS, so it's kind of just a shot in the dark. Movement phase. K1 does not. And then these guys up here. How do I want them to move? This is going to be 1.5. They're going to move here. Oops. For 3. And then there for 4. The leader on top. Alright, and then they'll stop there. Guys down here, they will do 2. 3.5. 5. And 6. And that's it for moves. Defensive fire.
R1 will fire at T0.
Okay.
So 2 up 1.
Task check. Did he do his task check?
All right. No, I'll task check him.
Dang. I think. Okay, so my one question is, I think that counts for sniper. The PDF does not mention if task checks for that count for snipers.
Would you like it to?
I mean, I'm kind of torn between house ruling if that applies. I should have thought about it earlier because, like, I always take a task check for. I don't know. It seems weird. Like the permission to shoot creates that. So, I mean, I guess we'll count it, but that is I should make a note or something. That is also something I want to bring up with whoever wrote these rules. So roll your shot and then we'll roll a sniper afterwards.
All right. 2 up.
Top 1.
Nothing.
And sniper does not activate again. And this guy goes DM.
Oh, your turn. That's fine.
Advancing fire. What do I want to do? Um, have AA5 is going to shoot at the broken guys. It's just a flat 2. 6 on 2. PTC. So basically just rolling for his snipers. Alright. One more for the other squad. Alright. That's it for advanced fires. Yep, that's it for advanced fires. Routes. My routes first. I don't have to move this guy, so he will not. And I don't think I have anything else. Oh, sorry. If you got stuff.
Yeah. So I think these guys have to go here.
Yeah.
Does the DM go under them or over them?
It's always the possessing unit, so over. That's why I was confused when you were rallying.
that. That guy's in a building. I don't think he has to go anywhere.
No. Now, if they're if they're ever in a, I guess, like protected location, essentially if they're not in open ground and in normal range of a unit, they don't have to ever move. It's just if they're in the open, it's kind of just good practice to move them, but otherwise they can stay where they are.
Okay, that's it for my routes.
Okay. Advances. This guy in Y7 is going to task check. He does not. I think the group is just going to say, like, Auf Wiedersehen to that group. So I'll just move these guys that way. This guy was moving, so he's fine. So he'll advance into T0. K1 will attempt to task check. Does not. And this group will do 1, 2, and there. And that's it for advances. CC, the wonderful world of close combat.
All right, so I think we figured it out. It's like a 1 to 5 at a -1.
Yes. And
you
they'll
are
route,
withdrawing.
or they will withdraw towards, or attempt to withdraw towards, let's go N4.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, nothing.
So they make it out of. There's no more melee. Thank God.
So my turn.
Yeah.
I am constantly dicking with these things. I'm sorry.
No worries.
All right, let's start with the stragglers here, just for giggles.
Weather.
All right. No change. Ah, rally phase. Yes, I have lots of rallying. Half my damn force is broken. All right, we will start with L0 over there. They are
X1 because they're the only ones that could self rally.
yes. All right, so self rally. So
Damn, you're so super close.
so close, 2 off.
I was honestly hoping you'd get Snake Eyes because that's always fun.
Oh, they go like heat of battle or something like that.
Yeah, you heat a battle and then like they could go berserk where they can just rally or whatever, but you could also like potentially create a leader. You get a lot of cool stuff that happens from it.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but you know. Okay, starting with L0, top to bottom, the leader is attempting to rally.
Okay.
Success.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom unit.
Yep.
Also success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get a -1 for the woods and for leader, so -2.
And these guys are wow. Yeah. So -1 for the woods, so it's at a +3.
Yeah.
So top unit fails. Fails. Good. Excellent. I am happy about that. And you're over to you.
Rallies. Well, I will attempt to rally this broken guy. Nope. and I cannot remove the DM.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah. My DM in T0 comes off. But that's it.
Prep fire. H0 will fire at Z4.
Okay.
Leave it direct. So I think it's just a +1 for the hindrance.
Yeah.
So 2 + 1.
Mm-hmm.
2 up 1, sorry. Nothing. Yeah, I don't think anybody else has line of sight, so that's it for prep fire.
Okay.
Movement. We'll start with the former prisoners.
Yeah. I've relabeled them.
They do not move. This lone squad roaming about in R1
Mm-hmm.
does
That
move.
was sweet.
It's going to get shot at, I'm going to guess, but here we go.
Depends on where he moves first. Alright. Yeah, I'll do from N0, T0 first. Hash check does not. And then I will try with F7. They do not either. Control breaks on them.
That's 3. And 4.
Okay.
All right, so here's the way it's going to work. There's only 6 units that the Zoav leader can affect to put in command. So one of the 347s is not in command.
Okay.
because each SMC can only command a platoon, which is 6 squads.
Okay. All right. I will attempt to shoot with Y7 into V1. Task check. 7 just passes. That's a 2 flat. Not a 2 down 1. There's only one hindrance because of the pants. And then non-assault movement and open ground. So 4 on 2, and your sniper again. 4 on 2, one more on 2.
One MC.
Yeah. Passes and 1 breaks.
And then sniper. Do I have 2 possible snipers there?
No, 1, because the MC was yours.
Okay. Nothing.
Snipers only did 1 thing this game. So far, anyways. My God, did I get raided or something? How does this... I look at the chat, I got 1 person, then I look again, and there's like 7. The hell? Alright, so this is going to be 2 different shots.
Yeah, hold on, I'm not quite done.
Oh, gotcha, yeah, for the last guy. Okay.
I can actually pick this guy up. Because that guy's now immediately not part of the platoon anymore.
So BB4 is going to try and shoot into J0.
Okay.
Just going to string this. Line of sight's good. So it's not assault movement, but woods, so it's just a flat 2. 7 on 2 is a miss. Pretty sure it's not even a pin test check. And my squad in J5 is going to shoot at the guys that moved up here. So it's going to be a 4 up 3. 7 on 4, I believe, is a pin test check. Yeah.
Yep. Top to bottom.
Sweet. And first fired. Man, I'm kind of beating myself over the head here because I wish I put the date of the scenario on the stream. This is not typical of ASL.
This is 5, I believe.
Okay.
If I'm counting correctly. And that's as far as I can go.
Okay.
Light him up.
Oh boy, defensive fire. I will try a shot with these 3 guys to I0 or I1, sorry. I'm not sure if the LOS is good on all of them. Oh, it is. Sweet. that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 6 firepower, flat, because the hindrance doesn't count.
Okay.
Nope. They're final fired. And that's it. Advanced fire phase. Take off the defensive fire. Take these trail brakes off.
Yeah, we'll see if the prisoners can fire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
That's,
So it's, let's see,
it's a 1-up-1.
why not? Nothing.
Ah, close.
Get feisty.
That's one way of putting it, yeah. Oh man, the one with the bees is the next one. Sick.
Yeah, I'll try and put together a more complete counter set for that one if you want.
Hey, whatever works. Whatever you're interested in. Like I'm totally down for these custom counters. Makes it a nice difference from seeing the same advanced squad leader counters forever.
So I think J0 is going to take a pot shot at BB4.
G0 to BB4. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I don't think it's actually obstructed by anything.
No, I don't think so. String. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I think it just goes right down that road. It's just a.
Oh damn! I got the bug. There you go.
What?
Sorry, my line of sight tool was bugging out for a sec.
Yeah. So 6 halved, so 3 flat.
2 flat, yeah.
2 flat. Yes.
Nice.
That is
1
K-
round?
No, 3. 1 MC. Sorry.
1 MC. I like how we both trigger our own snipers. That should be a heat of battle as well.
Yep.
Sweet. Oh, are there any changes to heat of battle in this thing? Heat of battle? Heat of...
It is in play.
Alright, yeah, it just says there's no on a gas morale check, which is fine. Let's go find the tables, which is... There we go. Alright. So, dice roll. I got a 9.
Berserk.
Are there any other modifiers? Nope, those guys are straight up berserk. Sweet. I will take berserk. Task involved. No. CC. Where's my berserk? Huh. My berserk in those counters. Whatever. Infantry. Event Berserk. Here we go, boys. And it's gonna be my turn. Here we go, boys. Someone's gonna die, and it's probably gonna be that squad.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Would you have to attack the guys in the building?
So it's always closest. So if you discover a new unit and that unit is closer, then you have to always go to the closest. But I mean, you can shoot him as many times as he moves, technically, right? As long as you still have shots. So
Let's see.
at open ground with -2s everywhere, at a certain point, you got to get something good.
All right. I1 with leader direction will fire at Z4. Z4.
Okay.
Line of sight. Ooh, it passes right over the hex vertex of Z1 Y2.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Grain is only the actual depiction of it.
Okay. So that is 3 down 1.
Yep.
So 2 down 1.
Jesus, you're nice rolls.
So that's 1
2 on 2?
KIA.
Straight up 1 KIA. All right.
Yeah, I mean that's 1 down 1 is 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Then it's wrong. It's not a 1 KIA. It's a K/1.
So you were rolling on 2. You rolled a 2. Oh yeah, it is K1. Okay. Well, they will reduce, and then morale check. They pass. Oops. That clone. There we go.
And I think that's it. I don't think anybody else is worth it.
Okay.
These guys stay where they are.
Okay.
Can these guys route to J0?
Yes. Yeah, they don't technically see anybody, so they're not considered getting closer to them.
I can clear my advanced fire markers, yeah?
Oh, yeah. We'll get that out of the way.
That's it.
Perfect. My routes, so over in N4, I'm going to have them route to M3, and they're going to go through M4 first, and then finish in M3.
Can the leader route without breaking?
Yes, which I discovered the hard way because I was playing a game once against a much more experienced dude in my local group, and I was like, I will route, and he's like, do you want to break them to route? And I was like, yes. And there's a thing called voluntary route. So voluntary route, you can just move with a routing unit. The only the one thing is that if anything happens to the broken squad, it happens to the leader as well.
Okay, I think that's it for route phase, yeah?
I think so, yeah. So advances, and then we can call it a night.
Yeah, that'd be handy. Let's see. This guy passed his task check, right?
Yes, because he was the guy in R1 or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to advance into the woods here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Man, I almost wish some people would talk in my chat so I could be like, all right, guys, where am I shooting next?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The leader will not advance.
Oh, okay. Sure, sure.
And let's see if the prisoners can move.
The
Oh,
X.
they shot, didn't they? They passed their test check.
Yes. But does a task check for shooting count as task check for moving?
I'll roll again. I don't mind. It's all right.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
They
But
passed.
it's going in the list of things I'm asking this guy to proofread. That is a bold move, sir.
It puts me at more than 4 from the guy in S7, who I'm slightly more afraid of.
Mm. I can see the rationale.
I mean, it's kind of like I don't want to say I've written them off because they may they may make it back, but I'll be very surprised.
At this point, you just have him be a nuisance.
Yeah, they're just gonna be kind of like rolling around back there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I will be finished there. No
Okay.
close combat.
None whatsoever.
So it is your rally phase.
Perfect.
Are we stopped there?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Just because in case like I forget or whatever. Okay, no weather. Cool.
That's good. I don't know. I kind of like the platoon movement to a certain degree.
Yeah, it's if anything, I think it's good practice for once we get to like later World War One stuff will be cool. But I think the real benefit is going to be for human wave once we get to the groups that can use it and like where we actually have enough units to make it worthwhile. But bonsai charge as well. Once we start getting the bonsai charge, the understanding like the mechanics of like that much movement and stuff is going to be like primo stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. It's certainly very different with the lack of support weapons.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I I will say I kind of think that the rifle fire is a little bit overstated. I don't know. How big are the hexes in ASL? I can't remember.
They're 40 yards across, I think. Hold on, I know where it is too because I had to look it up once.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's pretty close range, all things considered.
Well, so the thing is that you can't really take the the distance to be like representative because the scale that it's used varies by design. Like if a designer gives you a realistic map, they may not be able to provide 40-yard wide hexes. Um, and then you also have the fact that a if you look at like any of the historical boards, when you look at a street, like is a street really 40 yards? Like that's huge. I think it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry, it's 40 meters, so not yards. Meters.
Oh, close. So yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
no, I was just thinking like if these, I was thinking they were much larger hexes to be honest, but they're not. So yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, I guess that's okay. I mean, it's not a huge amount of rifle fire to be honest, coming from one. Like a platoon is buckus in the scale of World War One, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I think if there's a complaint that can be made to that, it's because they're you're trying to shoehorn World War One, and like the counters are representing guys with MP40s or PPSHs, right? So like you would you should probably have counters that are all 1, 2s, or 3s. And
No,
like,
not necessarily. I mean, if you think of them as relative to one another, like so in World War II, yes, a four, whatever it is PPSHs and things like that, whereas or Gawair 98s or whatever. But yeah, but later war, I don't know what the Germans get up to later war when they start getting the the automatic crap, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so like relative to it, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, the German rifle was better than the French because the French had that, the jackass. What the hell was it?
The tube magazine and shit.
Yeah, the magazines were just like hilariously bad. I mean, like the
Yeah,
rifle itself fired fine, but it was such a pain in the ass to use in the field
yeah.
that
They had, I think it was the Lebel
yeah,
rifle that had 3 rounds in the magazine instead of like everybody else that's standardized on 5 or 10.
yeah, I want to say they could get 8, but yeah, it was like a tubular mag. The loading was really bizarre and it was easy to screw up.
So
So
there's
like you can imagine in combat.
so we're thinking about two different rifles is the thing, because there is one that had the tube magazine. It was only like 8, and that's why you also get like all the myths, well, pseudo myths of the nose impacting on another round, which then detonates it. But there's another rifle. Maybe it's a Berthier, but anyways, regardless of the make specifically, the that rifle you would load with stripper clips, actual clips, not magazines. But anyways, and the stripper clip was literally 3 rounds. I think they had an extra a later version that went to 5, but like for the majority they had 3 rounds. So you're kind of just handicapping yourself at that point.
Yeah, so I mean, so going back to it, in that sense, the 3 versus 4 makes sense. Like the rifles are slightly better, so a 4 is slightly better.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember what the French squad size was, so I don't know if like the actual number of men is significantly different between the armies. I think they're
uh,
reasonably comparable.
does it say in the PDF? I think it might. Um, anyways, I'm just gonna end the stream here real quick. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned next time. Bye.